So we're here in Nezhde village, which is about 10 kilometers past Sisian in Syunik region, and just take a look at that scenery. This is a very small village. It's one of 5 villages that our friend Arsine is working very hard at revitalizing, injecting hope, and she's got plans for all of these villages. This is her home. It's in need of a lot of renovation, and she hopes to use this as lodging for guests one day. She's come from Yerevan, and she lost her son in the 2020 war, and her son always wanted to live in a village, and now she's fulfilling his wish. She thought, I can't spend all my life grieving. She, of course, misses her son terribly. But this is the little village that she lives in, and I think she's named it in memory of her son. We're going to go inside now, and you can meet Arsine, and Sona is in there, and we'll show you that just now. Okay, so here we go. The lighting might not be great in here, so it looks like she's drying some herbs there. Now, oh, we found it. Dogs come inside. No. Dog, somehow the street came inside. Dog.
He was chewing on my shoes and he wouldn't come off. No.
Oh boy. Oh, it's fun. Life in a village, folks. This is life in a village. And this is Arsine. Arsine Jan. Sana. This is Arsine. And Arsine is quite an incredible woman, as most Armenian women are, but she's a unique and special woman because she lost her son in the war in 2020, and she's come here to this village, a remote village in Syunik, and she's come to help 5 villages, and this is part of the Adopt a Village program, which Len and Armenia they've been instrumental in the creation of this project.
Yeah.
We've told you about before in other videos.
Yes. And now Arsine making this torch, which is from mountains.
Mm-hmm.
She collected herself, and now they're cooking. But you can take in here short.
What is that?
Shushan.
Shushan.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say a few words
Sure,
about
of course you
Arsine?
can. Of course.
Yeah?
Please.
Like, I want to say that I really admire her because she's like a idol, yeah?
Yeah.
Because she went through so much in her life, losing only son. She's not broken.
No.
She's like a phoenix, yeah, when you actually come out from the flames. Yeah, and I think everyone needs to follow Arsine, her example, because it doesn't matter what happens to us in our personal circumstances. We all need to be here for our country.
Absolutely. Amen.
Yeah,
to that.
and we need to do all the small things, whatever we can, to actually, because the boys like Edgar didn't die for nothing.
Exactly.
They died so we can live, we can continue to build this country for our future generations that will come.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Arsine, I love you.
Thank you so much for saying that. That's beautiful. What a wonderful introduction. We'll speak to Arsine again in a minute. Now she's got very tearful because of
She collect herself, and now she cooking the sauce.
Arsine, what's
Mandak.
And where do you collect these herbs from?
Մանդակը սարերից
From
հավաքում են,
mountains.
From the mountains?
իրան կարող ես եւ թթվածնել եւ
You can put
տապակել,
salted them, you can put cook them, you can eat with matzun and garlic, you can eat with eggs, and very, very healthy for you. So that's why we Armenians blessed. You know why? Because each season we have different herbs, which is very good for your health. Some of them good for heart, some of them good for blood circulation, some of them good for the liver, some of them good for kidney, for stomach, for everything. Now she's collecting for the winter. When now she is going to clean up, preserve these herbs, because winter when some people come visit her, she has already ready something.
So, Arsine, you bought this home, and what do you intend to use? It's obviously in need of a lot of renovation. But what's your vision for this place?
Իրականում տունը կոչվելու է Edgar-ի տուն։
Originally this house going to be called like guest house named by Edgar. Edgar's guest house.
Edgar's guest
Yeah,
house.
for the memory of her only son who she lost at war.
Տան վերանորոգման մասին ուղղակի
About renovation, she's not talking about because here lots of things should be done.
Որտեղ ամբողջությամբ ինքը քանդված շենք է ու 20 89 թվականի կառուցված շենք է ու երկար տարիներ մարդիկ չեն
1989. Nobody lived here, and now like half demolished. So she has to do a lots of things to renovate this house, like accept guests and not just relatives or friends. Guests can come here and stay here.
Arsine's father is helping a lot.
Yeah, helping a lot, and we try to do our best to
we want to really support all the work that she's doing, not just here, but in the. This village. This village is called Nejder village, and then there are 4 other villages that we'll show you.
No, this is not Nejder.
This is Bnunis.
This is Bnunis.
Oh, sorry.
That's how we end up in Nejder.
Oh, that's how we end up.
I don't know if she explained you that this house that they bought, they thought that they will do just the internal work and but when they started doing, they understood that it's not just the cosmetic, the walls themselves are not so good, so they need to strengthen everything, or maybe even just Arsine has a GoFundMe page for
very
this
good.
project, so if anyone wants.
Okay, we'll put that in the link description. Right, good morning, everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is Arsine, our I can say best friend. She's very precious lady for us. As we told, she lost her only son at war, but she's very positive lady. She's very bright, and we calling all moms we bright because their sons is heroes. They gave their lives for our freedom, and this is very, very important for every Armenian to remember them and value these boys' life. Opposite of me is sitting Archie.
Hello.
Ozzy, young, handsome man, and he already in Yerevan few days. But guess what, Mom? If you're watching our video, I will be honest to you. I'm driving your son up the wall. He already had enough of me, but who cares? I love him, it's his problem. So he's under protection. I'm checking on him like mom, always I can tell him off and whatever, but we love him. He's very, very special boy.
What's Arsine doing now?
Arsine putting together already bought mandak. Mandak is very special grass which growing on a mountain.
Grass or herbs?
Herbs. And growing on the mountains, and very, very good for your health, because Armenians every spring they're going on the mountains collecting different herbs and and preserving them for the winter. We have to clean up these herbs. Unfortunately, yesterday,
one by one,
separate wheat from the herbs, and then she washing these herbs with cold water a few times. Then she putting big saucepan on a gas, and when water boiling, she putting these herbs in the boiled water for maybe 2 minutes, no longer. Then she have to put on the strainer. because all this water had to go away for through the all night. And now she putting together in this packing in these plastic bags, to putting them in a deep freeze. And winter time she can take one by one.
Right.
And when like she has guests or whatever, she can.
And what do you
cook? Yes.
Well, how do you? So then, what do you do with it? Just heat it up?
No. That's what I'm saying. With oil, she heating up, and she can put on the eggs, or she can just fry, warm them up, and then mix up with garlic, with matsun, 2 different ways, and a yum, healthy,
it's
and
a long process.
Fantastic restaurant for free. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Everybody welcome if they want.
While we're all sitting around the table, we've got Papa here, we've got Archie here, and the ladies are packing these herbs away after they've been cleaned. I'd like to ask Arsine just a few questions about her life and ultimately what motivated her to move so far away from Yerevan into these remote villages.
Մի քանի հարց եմ ուզում տամ Արսենին իր կյանքից, որտեղ է ծնվել եւ ասում բանը ինչն է իրան այնց բերել այն բանը պատակին, որ ինքը գա ապրեստեղ։
Ես ծնվել եմ Երևանում, շուրջ 44 տարի ապրել եմ Երևանում, Երևանցի եմ, իսկ սահմանամերձ գյուղ եւ մասնավորապես Syunik ինձ բերել է տղայիս երազանքը, որովհետեւ
she born in Armenia, in Yerevan, and lived there 44 years. But the reason why she came to this village because her son had dream come to too far village where people lost hope, lost opportunity to find job whatever, living villages, to bring them together, renovate these villages and start new life and show them no, you have to live with hope, never end, never give up, and if you truly want to help your country, you have to stay and create. If you can't create something with your brain, you can create with hands.
So it was his dream. It was his dream to one day live in a village. And what happened to him, Arsine jan?
Իր երազանքն է այստեղ ինչ է կատարել բան պատահել կոթողի հետ։
44-օրյա պատերազմի ժամանակ, Արցախյան պատերազմի ժամանակ Էդգարը իր կյանքը նվիրեց հայրենիքին։ Էդգարը ծառայել է Հադրութում, տարի 8 ամիս էր արդեն զինվորական էր եւ պետք է 3 ամիս հետո զորացրվեր։ Հոկտեմբերի 1-ին զոհվեց, անմահացավ Հադրութը պաշտպանելիս։
His son was in army, serving army.
In what year?
For 1 year and 8 months in Artsakh, and he was serving in Hadrut, and he had 3 months to come back home. But because war started with Azerbaijan, 44 days war, and he lost his life. He gave his life for the freedom of his country, his people, motherland, 1st of October. He was a young man, and he was loved his motherland, and that's how.
Arsine.
Շարունակեմ ինքը։ Եվ քանի որ մենք 20 տարի ավել վարձով ենք բնակվում ու սեփական տուն չունենք, միշտ երազանքներ մեր ու առավել եւս Էդգարի, որ մենք պետք է ունենանք մեր սեփական տունը ու հակված էր Էդգարը, որ պետք է մեր տունը լինի կամ Արցախի հանրապետությունում կամ ինչ-որ գյուղական համայնքում, որտեղ որ բնությունը գեղեցիկ կլինի եւ լավը կլինի։
And the goal of their dream for more than 20 years was they never had house, they always was renting, and her son said, Mom, we have to have house. So when I come from army back home, we have to think about what we're going to do with our future. We're going to live in Artsakh or in some very far away village Doesn't matter if village not like flashy or whatever, but I want to live with beautiful nature and where we can help people with many things, because people need some simple help.
So Arsine, of course we can't possibly understand the grief that you went through and are still going through, but rather than let the grief dictate the rest of your life, you've decided to fulfill your son's wish to come and live in a village. But it's not just living here, you are contributing to the life of the villagers here in 5 villages. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Իհարկե դա շատ դժվար է մեզ համար հասկանալ ինչով ես դու գնում կորցնելու քո որդուն, բայց ասում եմ դու որ այդքան ուժեղ կին ես եւ եկել ես ինչ-որ գյուղ, որ եւ որտեղրել ես 5 գյուղերը, մոքնես մարդկանց եւ քո որդու երազանքը կատարես, կարաս մի երկու բառով ասես նպատակի մասին, ինչ ես դու ուզում անես այդ 5 գյուղերի մեջ։
Նախ գաղափարը ծնվեց այն ժամանակ, երբ որ ես ուսումնասիրեցի ու բացահայտեցի սահմանամերձ այս 5 գյուղերը, գյուղական համայնքները։
She says reason and idea came to out of these 5 villages when I discovered that village is dying, people leaving because no jobs, they don't want to stay here, particularly young people. And she says, no, this should be, somebody had to stop this because nobody giving you everything ready on a plate. So all generations, our grandfathers, our fathers, they had different difficulties in their life, but they never gave up. So we have to continue to do their job and bring their dream to reality. And to rebuild village and show, no, not end of life. Not, you don't have to live village where your grandfathers live, they built and did something, or your parents. So that's why she want to call all of them back.
Եվ տեսնելով, որ այդ գյուղական համայնքներում կան երեխաներ, ապրող երեխաներ, որտեղ որ պայմանները նորմալ չեն ու երեխաները ավելի շատ կտրված են քաղաքից ու այդ երեխաներին նոր կյանք, նոր ժպիտներ է պետք պարգևել, ինչպես բոլոր մարդիկ այս լույս աշխարհ գալուց ունենում են առաքելություն, այդպես ես ինքս մտածելով, որ դա կլինի իմ առաքելությունը, Որթուցս հետո ծառայել գյուղական համայնքներին, սահմանամերձ գյուղական համայնքներին.
She had seen a lot of children who is completely cut off from city. They can't receive good education because schools dying. And she thought, no, I have to bring to reality the dream of my son to give a light, to bring light to life of these children. Like everybody, when mother giving birth, child coming to the world. So particular village children, they're not asking for much. They're not possessed with all these equipments children have in the city, and but they just need simple education to know what they want to do and give them some future, some hope. So that's why she came here.
Գաղափարը մի անգամից այդ ժամանակ ծնվեց, որ եթե պետքա տուն ունենանք, ավելի լավ տունը լինի սահմանամերձ գյուղում, որտեղ որ ես կկարողանամ եւ իրականացնել Էդգարի նպատակը, երազանքը եւ ծառայել, լինել կամավորը 5 գյուղական համայնքների.
And this idea, because her son wanted to buy a house, came straight away to her to buy some house, doesn't matter if old or whatever, not flashy, somewhere close to the border, because if we lose these villages on the border, enemies can take over. And with this her decision, she start to continue. She continuing serving her country in different way. Son was serving different way, who gave his life away, up, and they been killed as a hero on protecting his country. So she now serving her country different way to she knows her son watching over her, and he'll be happy and proud of his mom.
Is there any particular reason why she chose this area and particularly these 5 villages?
Ասма ինչ որտեղ բան կա, պատճառ կա, որ դու հենց ստեղ ես եկել, ինչի՞ չեզնացել ուրիշ սահմանի բան գյուղերը։
Իհարկե ամենամեծ պատճառը նա է, որ այս պատերազմից հետո մեր համար ցավոտ կողմը Syuniki մարզն է, ու Syuniki մարզում հենց այդ սահմանամերձ գյուղերն են էլ ավելի շատ վատ վիճակում, այսինքն մենք ունենք մեռնող գյուղեր, մի փոքր կոպիտ է այդ բառը հնչում, բայց փաստը մնում է փաստ, այսինքն գյուղերը լքված են եւ բնակչության քիչ լինելու պատճառով, որից մի օր մենք կարող ենք նաեւ հենց այս գյուղական համայնքները կորցնել։
She's saying because the reason why this region I choose, because this region needed more help, because it's very narrow, like Syunik is very narrow region, and if a village is going to leave this villages region, so it's very easy for the enemies occupied. So we have to stay here to be strong and renovate and build and do everything what human need in life. And we have other villages too, but this is most important region. That's why she chose this region, Syunik region.
Well, where we are now, it's near the border of Yerevan, is that correct?
Yes.
So it's like we're saying, it's a narrow area, a narrow part of Armenia. So we've got Yerevan here and we've got Azerbaijan on the other side, is that correct?
Yes.
How were you received by the locals here as somebody coming from Yerevan?
Գյուղացիները ոնց են քեզ ընդունել իմանալով դու քաղաքից ես եկել ու նպատակդ ինչ է։
Շատ լավ, շատ դրական, շատ պոզիտիվ։ Սկզբում երբեմն չէին կարողանում ընկալել, օրինակ, երբ որ ես ասում եմ, ես որդեգրել եմ 5 գյուղական համայնք, այդ որդեգրել բառը մի փոքր իրանց համար տարօրինակ է։
Accept her positive very well, like embraced her, but was very strange for them, and they couldn't understand meaning of what you mean you adopted 5 villages. It's something strange for them. And something like, they never heard in their life, but now they can see what she's doing and how she looking online. They became much more comfortable, and they can see clear what she means to adopt village.
Yeah, so this is part of the Adopt a Village program, which Len and Armine, who you met yesterday or earlier on in the video, they very much active in this program, and it's designed that not one village in Armenia will be left behind. By that I mean that if anyone from the diaspora wants to help a particular village or a group of villages, they can do so. It's not about money per se. It's about mentoring the people in the village. It's not taking over. It's not anything like that. It's just to guide them. And we can say that Arsine has adopted these 5 villages. They're all very close together. The one we're in now is Bnunis. There's another one that we're going to today called Nejder, and some other ones, Tornik and Dastakert, and one more, I think.
Tsohuni.
And so we're very close to Sysian. Sonna and I have never been to Sysian, so we came here with Archie.
Again.
So, I don't think there's too many Australians that have ever been to Sysian in this particular region. So,
we're number 1.
Yeah. So, can you just explain a little bit about the programs that you've started and your vision for the future of these
Երբ որ ծնվեց գաղափարը, ես որոշեցի, որ պետք է սովորեմ սոցիալական ձեռներեցների դպրոց, որտեղ որ գիտելիքներս էլ ավելի կշատացնեմ, որը ինձ հնարավորություն կտա, որպեսզի ես դառնամ սոցիալական ձեռներկատեր, այսինքն իմ գյուղական համայնք գալով ես ստեղծելու եմ սոցիալական ձեռներկատիրություն, որտեղ աշխատելու են մարդիկ, ստեղծվելու է աշխատատեղեր եւ այդ ամբողջ հասույթից մի որոշ մաս ծառայելու է գյուղական համայնքին, այսինքն իմ կատարած աշխատանքով ես ստեղծում եմ եւ աշխատատեղ եւ գյուղին անում եմ նպաստավոր ինչ-որ մի բան.
She's saying with your plan and with your adoption and with your ideas, she thought not just adopt villages as adopt and just word, I adopt villages.
Yeah.
She made decision to do her studies, to learn what she can do for each village, to create some working places, to open maybe little factories, to do something like, with locals, to sell their products, to help community in the villages, schools, I don't know, the most important education, of course, and keep people here and bring them back from the cities.
So, go on.
Ուստի ամեն գյուղի համար նախաձեռնել եմ ինչ-որ ծրագիր եւ սկսել եմ հենց Բնունիս գյուղից, արդեն այստեղ կարի արտադրամասի հետ կապված որոշակի աշխատանքներ ենք կատարում եւ հաջորդաբար մյուս գյուղերն էլ կլինեն։ Ես մտածում եմ, որ ամեն մեկս պետք է մեր գործողություններով ինչ որ չափով թեթևացնենք մեր պետության բեռը, ոչ թե բեռ դառնանք մեր պետությանը։
She said golden words. She says, first, I start from this village where she lived. And in each village, she wants to create working places, like in here. She wants to open a little sewing factory and sell, maybe they're going to sell some tea towels, I don't know what. And she says, the most important goal in my life when it was this idea came to adopt villages, and now I adopt them already, to give, release our government from burden. I don't want to think about government not doing anything. I'm only thinking about what we can do to support and help government. True. She said golden words, and if everybody going to do think about what I'm doing to help my country, I'm doing to help my government, life going to be completely different.
Famous words of John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
Don't ask what the government can do for you, rather ask what you can do for your country.
Yes.
Yeah.
Golden words, that's what I said.
Everybody, all Armenians, in fact all people in the world, often they think, well, blaming the government for this, that and the other. Okay, we know there's problems in different governments, but
everywhere in the
it's
world.
what can we do to help? What can we do?
Yeah,
Don't think that the government's going to solve all your problems.
No.
This lady here is, I can't say sacrifice, but it is a sacrifice. She's now devoted her life to come and live in these villages, but not just live and retire and do nothing, but to support the local community. And with all of these ideas and projects, she obviously needs help. Finance, I suppose maybe we can talk a little bit about that. How can people who are watching this, Arsine, how can people who are watching this support your work?
Մարդիկ ով նայ էս բանկանել YouTube-ը, ինչով կարան քեզ օգնել, ինչ է պետք քեզ համար։ Քեզ համար չի, քեզ համար ասելու
Edgar-ի տան համար եւ ամբողջ 5 գյուղական համայնքների համար, այսինքն այն գաղափարը, որ ես մտածել եմ, որ պետքա իրագործվի, պետքա լինի թիմային աշխատանք ու պետքա լինեն շատ մարդիկ, ովքեր որ կողքից կանգնած կլինեն։ Խոսքս ուզում եմ հղել Սփյուռքում ապրող մեր հայրենակիցներին ու ընդհանրապես այն բարի ու սոցիալական մտածելակերպ ունեցող մարդկանց, ովքեր որ անմիջապես կհասկանան իմ գաղափարը, ուզում ես translate հետո ես շարունակեմ։
She's saying she speaking to diaspora and saying people who can see my goal and see my plans, what I want to do to Edgar's house, but I did not say it. Maybe we
did we say that this is now named
Edgar's,
after
yes, her
Arsine's son?
But not this
Edgar's
is not
house.
just private home. Arsine going to accept in this home everybody, every guest who come visit. This was dream of her son. It's not becoming this house when she renovate, or maybe she has to pull down and rebuild again. Now, of course, she's not asking for money. She never asked for money. But maybe some bright people and stout-hearted people can help her somehow. Yeah, her son was always dreaming about home, which is going to be open 24/7. Not because of money. This is not going to be hotel.
No.
If you came to this village just to see and contact these villages to walk around and enjoy this beauty, you can stay here for free.
Wow.
This is like big difference between hotel, between restaurant, and between private house. But that's why she bought big house, because she want to had opportunity to accept. If come 5 people, she can't accept only 3, and other 2 she's going to say, you have to go and think about where you're going to sleep, like she did with us. We came here in half-ruined house, and she said, no, you're not going anywhere, nowhere. We slept here, and poor Archie, who came from Australia, first time to Armenian village, we put him on this couch, which I don't know was comfortable, not comfortable.
No, Archie used to be in the army, so
yeah, but Archie said golden words. I was really shocked because, people who live overseas, they for many of them it's difficult to understand who is poor. Maybe difficult, I don't know. I can't answer for all people. But first I said, Archie, he was uncomfortable there, and he said, you forgot I was serving army.
Yeah.
Isn't beautiful what he said? So if I could sleep in army, where in army soldiers sleeping in on the ground, on the snow, under the rain, in the wind, or in the forest, whatever, because army is army. I'm army girl, and I know what my father went through. He was commander. So Archie said, this is like Queens of England bed.
Yeah.
Was fantastic.
You know, I think I can...
Սոնյան ամեն ինչ ասեց։
Այն
ինչ որ հետո ես պետք է
She believe I said everything.
Բայց ասեմ, որ այդ ամենի համար ստեղծվել է մի ֆոնդ GoFundMe-ին, իմ դասընկերուհու շնորհիվ Ամերիկայում բացեց GoFundMe, որտեղ նշված է, որ ուզում ենք հավաքել $20,000, իհարկե դա շատ չնչին գումար է լինելու այս տան վերանորոգման համար, բայց շնորհակալ կլինեմ ու շնորհակալ եմ այն մարդկանցից, ովքեր որ մինչև այսօր իրենց donation են արել եւ ովքեր որ կան են հետագայում, իմացեք, որ այս տան դռները բաց են լինելու յուրաքանչյուրիդ առաջ եւ որ ու ամենակարևորն եմ ուզում ասել, donation կարող են անել ոչ միայն արտերկրից, նաեւ Հայաստանի Հանրապետությունից, ամեն սրտացավ մարդ, ով ավելի մոտ է Syunikին, մի խոսքով շնորհակալ կլինեմ յուրաքանչյուրիցդ եւ ամենակարևորը գյուղի ճանաչողականությունը գալիս է գյուղին ճիշտ ներկայացնելուց, երբ որ ճիշտ ես ներկայացնում եւ տարբերակներ ես գտնում, որ մարդիկ հաճախ են գան, այցելեն, դա բնականաբար արվում է մի ճանապարհով, տուրիզմի ճանապարհով, որ իմ ծրագրի ամենամեծ մասնիկն է կազմում, նպատակներից ամենագերագույնը հենց դա է, դրա համար էլ Էդգարի տունը կոչվելու է Էդգարի տուն, հյուրատուն։
She's saying she is very appreciative from everyone who donated money, not issue on this money. Her school friend in America opened some donation site.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, fund, yeah. And she says we're not looking for the amount of money, $200,000. She says 20,000 be fantastic, like million for this house, because again I said before, but she mentioned this Edgar's house not going to be Edgar's house, going to be Edgar's guest house. Everyone want to come here, so most welcome. She says not only Armenians from overseas can help, Armenians who live here and understand how serious and very important part Syunik is for Armenia, so they can help too.
Yeah.
And she says we're not asking for like I don't know what, and we never ask. But if anyone who has soft heart and want just help with something, they can help.
We'll put links in the description below the video where if you do want to support the work of Arsine here in the village and all of the different projects that she's got in mind. Maybe it could even be some, not just monetarily, but it could be, you want to gift some appliance or something.
Yeah,
or
some like furniture, some like I don't know stove
and
for
it's
the
not,
kitchen.
And it's not
I
just
don't know,
for
like
it's not
some equipment for the bathroom.
It's not just for Edgar's house. This is
Edgar's guest house.
I'm not it, but it's the other projects as well that are going to need support.
Because she says if we going to represent proper, show real face of villages, we can attract tourists come here.
Yeah.
Because people will maybe want to see, and this way to bring tourists here.
Actually, we were talking yesterday about
can raise money
walking
and help.
tours even through a village or something like that.
Bring money for the school, renovate schools in here, give
Armenian
education to children. Maybe some give equipment for children in school, like computers. I don't know what children can work and learn. This is very, very, very important. Very important.
We'll go and have a look around the village. I think we're going to see the mayor of this region.
Yes. And I forgot to tell very important thing. We know this lady is very poor. She hasn't got too much. She paid her last money, which is some people dedicated this half-ruined home. She's not complaining. She's very proud what she started because of memory of her son. And I'm talking about personal myself. When we came here with Len, Armine, his wife and daughter, and old grandmother, Len's mom from Australia, and Archie, we brought here me and you and myself. We was really shocked that this woman went and bought meat for us, and she made Horvats for us. And this is very, very special. Very, very special because she could just fry potato, but she wanted to show real Armenian hospitality and show how precious each guest for her. Because Armenians have a saying: every person who coming through your door from God. Yeah. Everybody. And Archie was like second Aussie man, because you are first, who ate Armenian Horvats. Archie, are you Aussie?
I don't think. Well, I'm the first Aussie man.
No. You first who ate Horvats.
What about all the other people, Australians that have been?
No, maybe not. I mean, I'm saying when you think with your eyes, because maybe they ate Horvats Aussies, but in restaurant is different. But when you can see, and we couldn't put fire on, this is fun. This was fun, yeah. But anyway.
What I wanted just to conclude this little segment to say is that you've seen Arsine here. You perhaps have got some idea of the state of this building. It may have to be pulled down. We're not sure yet, and start again. This is not just about supporting one woman's dream either. It's supporting the country of Armenia. Yeah. It's supporting the nation of Armenia. And how we can do that is to keep the population here and to repopulate Armenia, especially this region. It's so significant, so important. So don't just see this as just one project. No. See it as a very important way in which we can preserve Armenian life in the regions, and this region, as I said, is very, very important. So with that, I just want to say again to Arsine, God bless you. Thank you so much for all of what you're doing. Thank you for your heart that you have for these people and for this region. And if Armenians who are there in the diaspora are complaining of their life overseas or this, that and the other, life's no good, why don't you come to a village like this and see for yourself how much how much is needed, and even maybe consider coming and living here yourself, or at least pay a visit. And in some ways, you can support this work, and it will be a great benefit.
Absolutely,
Be a great benefit. So God bless you, Arsine Jan.
Thank you.
And a person who only helping Arsine with building her old her old father, is very difficult for him too, because he lost his grandson. He holding his tears, and but he proud, he proud of his grandson, and nothing can bring him back, and no such word exists in the world which can comfort mother's heart.
But his memory is going to live on.
Through, but memory is going to live
the people who come to visit
because
this house.
She's going to put some very sign here, Edgar's guest house, and everybody welcome. Everyone who wants to come. It's not, we're not talking about Armenians, diaspora, whatever. Everyone, any nation can come and visit this house.
True. Any final words you'd like to say, Arsine?
Նախ ուզում եմ շնորհակալություն հայտնել ձեզ, որ կաք իմ կյանքում.
Because she's saying to because all of you came into my life.
Ու ձեր նման մարդկանց,
ովքեր կողքից են, who like shoulder to shoulder with you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arsine. We're going to go and have a look around the villages a little bit later.
Շնորհակալ եմ Աստծուն, որդուս, որ ինձ կյանք են տվել, որդիս ինձ կրկնակի կյանք է տվել.
Thank you to God who gave me life and to my son, because my son gave me second life.
Ու ամենակարևորը ինձ ուժ է տալիս, որ
and his memory giving me strength.
Ես կարողանամ այս ամեն ինչը իրագործեմ, իրականացնեմ,
because memory of him can make me strong to bring to reality all dream he had through all his young life, because he was young man.
Հանուն կյանքերի ու կյանքը կրկնակի անգամ որդու շնորհիվը.
And she says I received second life after this of my son, and what I'm doing, not just memory of my son, memory of all boys who gave their lives.
All the mothers and fathers who've lost their children.
Եթե կարողանամ իրականում ժպիտներ պարգևեմ այն բոլոր երեխաներին, ովքեր որ մեր երկրի ապագան են, շնորհակալ եմ Աստծուն.
And if I can bring a smile on the faces of these little ones, who is the future of Armenia, because they haven't got a lot of things. Some of them just have only plain bread, nothing else. This be like blessing for me, and this is like my son came back from death. This is very important for me.
God bless you, Arsine Jan. Shat Shnorakalam. And this is Arsine's son, Edgar. As you can see, he's just a young man. I can say even young boy. Just a young boy. And so many thousands of them were killed in the 2020 war. It's just so sad.
20 years old.
But this is how Armenian mothers remember. One of the ways they remember their fallen children. There's the Bible here too. That's so beautiful. And photo of he with his mum.